Homemade crispy battered fish and triple cooked chips. Let's cook. Hey, what's up you guys? Alright, so today we are going to be doing homemade battered cod and triple cooked chips. Because it was a National Fish and Chips Day the other day, so I thought why not? Since I saw some cod on offer in the reduced section. So, okay, I have got some Maris Piper potatoes. So first off, we are going to peel these. Alright. Make sure you use Maris Piper potatoes, alright? Because these are the best for roasties or chips or just anything you want crispy with a fluffy interior. Okay, and now we have peeled our Maris Piper potatoes. By the way, the list of ingredients for this battered cod and triple cooked chips will be in the comments. So be sure to check out the ingredients list there if you want to cook this at home. Alright, so our Maris Piper potatoes are peeled. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these ends off so we can get some more straight chips. Don't worry, I will be using these for a curry another time. Because I don't like wasted food. But yeah, this is sort of what we're looking for. You can see. And voila. Now, we want to get these into nice chips. Nice thick ones, I'd say. So, yeah, like your chippy chips, you know. And make sure these are all about the same width as each other so they all cook evenly, alright? Alright, so then we're left with these, and then we're going to start making these into our thick chips now. So that's the kind of thing we're looking for with our chips, alright? So just continue that with the rest of your potatoes. I think I may have done a few too many chips here because I'm only cooking for one. But you can always, the good thing about these is you can make a bigger batch of these chips and you can keep them in the freezer ready for the final fry. Because we have these triple cooked chips, first we will be rinsing them in cold water to get all the starch off. Then we'll be cooking them in some salted water, parboiling them, and then we do a gentler fry, and then let them cool, stick them in the freezer, and they'll be ready for their final fry. And this way you get the crispiest chips, honestly. Alright, nearly finished cutting these all into chips now. So the next step will be getting these into a pan. And we're going to take them over to the sink and give them a good rinse for about 4 to 5 minutes, I'd say, just to get all the starch off. This is vital if you want that extra crispy fluffy chip. Alright, so we want to give these a good rinse now. Get all that starch off. Alright, we're giving these a good rinse now. Just leave the tap running on these and leave these for about 4 to 5 minutes just to get all that starch off, alright? Alright, now once that water runs clear in the sink, that means all the starch is washed off. Get them into some cold water, alright? Make sure it's cold water, because otherwise the outside of the potatoes will cook before the inside. Cold water, and we're going to add some salt to that water, and then we're going to stick a lid on, and we're going to parboil these, alright, just so they're starting to fall apart. Alright, got to be really gentle with them when they're done now, but yeah, I will see you when these are done. And once these come to a rolling boil, you want to boil these for about 20 minutes, just so they're just about starting to fall apart, alright? Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and our potatoes should be parboiled now. As you can see, they're just literally falling apart. That's what we want. Alright, when draining our potatoes, you need to be really gentle, alright? Because they are very, very delicate. So drain them away in your sink. And there is our parboiled potatoes for our chips. Now we want to now let these dry. So I've got a tray here, just with some kitchen towel on. Just want these to completely cool down and most of the moisture should leave our potatoes then. As you can see, got them on the tray here to cool with some kitchen towel. So now we want to wait until they're completely cooled because moisture is the enemy of a crispy chip. Alright, so again, see you in a wee bit. And while our potatoes are cooling, we want to get some oil on and we want to bring it up to the temperature of 175 degrees. Okay, so when our vegetable oil comes to 175 degrees, we'll be ready for our first light fry with our potatoes. Potatoes have cooled, that's reached 175 degrees. Now, gently bendly, we want to get our potatoes in for the first fry. Now always, when you're using oil in the pan, make sure you only fill it about halfway, okay? Because you do not want that to overflow and then cause yourself a fire. It's really dangerous, so make sure if you're using hot oil for deep frying, always fill it up halfway. Alright, so we're ready to go. In we go. Stand back a wee bit so you don't burn yourself. See what I mean? That oil has came up, and if you filled that any higher, you have that risk of it going over the pan and causing a fire. I did that once. Luckily I knew what to do in the situation. But yeah, just a little pre-warning for you. Alright, so now with 175 degrees, we are going to fry these for about 6 to 7 minutes. Now this is our lighter fry, okay? So we're going to leave that fry for, again, about 6-7 minutes. And then keep an eye on them. Make sure they're not burning or anything. And yeah, we'll come back to this. Okay, and while they are frying, let's just take out that for the time being. Get some more kitchen towel. And just place it on our pan that we used to cool our potatoes earlier. So we can drain any excess oil off them when they're done. Okay, so it's been 7 minutes now on our first fry. So we parboiled our chips and we've done our first fry. Now we want to drain that oil. So it looks something like that. Now we want to get these onto some kitchen towel to just drain the excess oil off, alright? Now we take our oil back off the heat. Now we want to allow these to cool. And once they're cooled, we're going to get them into the freezer for an hour. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I've removed the kitchen towel and I've left them on the pan like this. They've cooled and I'm going to stick them in the freezer now for 1 hour. Alright, so into the freezer we go. Okay, and now in about half hour's time, we are going to come back to the kitchen and we are going to sort out our battered fish. Again, in a bit. Okay, so our potatoes have been in the freezer for about half hour now. So we want to get our oil back onto the hob and we want to bring it up to 175 degrees again. Alright. Okay, now it's time for the fish. So with our batter, I've got just some plain flour here and a teaspoon of salt. That will be the dry rub. Now it's crucial you do that bit in order for it to stick to our wet batter. Now in here I've got some plain flour, okay? I've got about 50 grams worth. Well, I haven't because I've used what I've got left, but use about 50 grams, alright? Then a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper, also half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, if you're feeling fancy, you can always stick in some onion powder and garlic powder as well, but I don't currently have them. Also, I like to add some turmeric to my wet batter, as this gives it a really nice golden colour. So about half a teaspoon of that. Or a teaspoon if you're using that 50 grams of plain flour. I'm just using what I've got left. Alright, so give that a good mix up. Okay, now with our cod fillets, I've got a smoked one here. That's why it's that colour. But it was on offer in the reduced section. So, you know, no brainer really. Now we want to pat it dry, okay? Because moisture is what? The enemy of crispiness. So we don't need that. Pat it dry on both sides. Now, with our wet batter, so it was the one with turmeric in and whatnot. I'm going to be using soda water today. You could always use beer if you wanted to, but I'm using what I've got. So, in with the soda water. Now, I'll show you the consistency we are looking for our wet batter. Try not to over mix it too much if you're using beer or soda water, because you want them bubbles in there, so like when it goes into the oil it just pops and expands and you get them lovely crispy bits. See, this is our wet batter. Just make sure it's all mixed up. Try not to over mix though, remember. Okay, and that is the consistency we are looking for. So, we need to bring our oil to 175 degrees, and then we can begin frying our cod. Okay, so once our oil has come to 175 degrees, yeah, we're there. Okay, we want to start with our dry batter, which was the plain flour and a teaspoon of salt. We'll start there. Grab our fish. Now it's vital you do the dry batter so the wet batter sticks to the fish. So in we go. Make sure you get every knot and cranny here. Okay. So we end up with something like that. And then straight into our wet batter. Okay. And drain the excess off, and then slowly into the frying pan. Now you want to be really careful here because you don't want it to stick to the bottom, so just hold it for a wee bit as you're lowering it into your oil. And this way it shouldn't stick. There we go. Alright, so we're going to fry that for about 6 to 7 minutes until we get a nice crispy golden batter. Okay, and while our fish is frying, we can get the oven onto a low heat. Now this will need to put our fish in once it's done, so then we can do the final third fry. Well, the third part of the triple cooked chips, which is the second fry. And then it will keep it nice and crispy and warm while we're doing the final fry of the chips. Alright, now that's coming along nicely. I've also got some garden peas out to go with my fish and chips, so I'm going to give them a wee bit of salt, and a wee bit of white pepper for a bit of variety, and we will cook them when we're frying our chips. Okay, so it's been about 5-6 minutes now, and I would say our fish is done. Now, drain out the oil, and I'm going to stick it onto a wired rack tray and pop this in the oven for just on a very low heat. I'd say what, about 140 degrees. Just stick that in the oven and it will keep it nice and crisp for us. We do our triple cooked chips. Okay, we do want to fish all of these out because we don't want our chips tasting like burnt oil. And if we leave them in, then our oil is going to begin to taste very burnt. Okay, I think that's all of them out. Lovely. Now, we want to bring our oil up to 200 degrees here for our final fry of our chips. They have been in the oven for about an hour. Alright, we're already there on 200 degrees, so okay, so here they are. They've been in the freezer for about an hour. So we did our parboil, and then we did our flash fry, and now we're going to do our high temperature fry, okay? Now, let's get these bad boys in. Okay, now, in to our fryer, our chippies go. So these we'll want to fry for about 7 minutes. Now this is going to create that crispy golden structure around our fries. I should be calling them fries really, it's an American thing, isn't it? Our chips. Damn. God, I didn't really do the culture well there, did I? But yes, we're going to be frying these for about 6 to 7 minutes until You get that puff golden exterior and all fluffy in the middle. So I will see you in about 7 minutes. All right, so it's been about 7 minutes now. So let's check out our triple quick chips. They are looking beautiful. Let's give you a little candles. So there is our triple quick chips. Now, immediately you want to get these onto some paper towel, just to get all that excess oil off. Immediately take off your oil off the hot stove and put on your peas. Now, we immediately want to season these with salt and some freshly ground black pepper while they're still hot, because that oil allows them to stick. Alright, now it's time for the dishing up phase. Best bit. Well, best bit's eating, but you get my drift, yeah? Okay. So, let's get our fish on. Now, if you've got any fresh lemon at home, be sure to give it a squeeze of lemon over the top. I, unfortunately, haven't got any at the moment. Now, we want to go in with our triple. Also, we're going to want a non-brewed condiment. Now, little secret of fish and chip shops is they don't actually use vinegar. They all use non-brewed condiments. So if you want that fish and chip flavour, you need to go for that. I've got the onion one here, so I'm just going to go over the top with that. Also, our garden peas are done. Stick them on. Lovely. And that is our homemade battered cod and triple cooked chips. Alright, now I think it's time for us to do a wee taste test on you. I'm going to start with a chip. You hear that crunch? Mmm! Damn! Do you know, I've never made these before, but first time for everything, eh? Want to look with a bit of ketchup. Oh yeah. Mmm. Oh, can you hear the crunch on that fish? Woo! Sheesh. I just dropped a chip on the floor. Oh well. Let's give this cod a go, shall we? Mm. Oh my god. That is what I'm talking about. That is some good stuff. So, there we have it. That was my crispy battered fish and triple cooked chips recipe, which you can do at home. Alright, now don't forget, Tuesday 6 PM British summertime, I will be doing a chicken tikka masala live. So the list of ingredients is on my page, so you'll be able to purchase them beforehand and cook along if you like. So do come and join me at 6 PM British summertime on Tuesday. And also, if you want some more recipes, you can check out my website. It's onlymedylan.com. And also, you can check out my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at itsonlymedylan.com for other recipes, challenges, and just some fun bits overall. But anyway, I'm going to go and tuck into my fish and chips now. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. All right, bye. Hey everyone, thanks for making it to the end of my video. It's really appreciated. If you want to see some more content from me, then please give me a like and a follow and a share. You'll be really helping me out. And again, thank you so much for watching. All right, love you all.